Alrighty, hello and good morning. Let's do this thing. So you may notice there might be something a little bit amiss with this particular picture. So in the background here, I was wrapping up some stuff yesterday, and then figured, you know what, screw it. Let's just go ahead and add, I don't know, just new characters by the hundreds. Why not? So I don't know how many I ultimately ended up adding, but I think oh dang it, I forgot to add lands. Like most of them, funnily enough, I got almost all the ones that I wanted to in there. There's still a few that are missing and/or I haven't updated them yet. It's actually funny because every time that I do a bundle of them, I end up looking at it, it's like, oh, I added all these ones, and then I realize I never used any of those characters, and then, like for example, like let's see, Den here I don't have yet, Jill I don't have yet. Independent Warlord I actually kind of do. I have Mally. I used a picture of the Onion guy. Amir here I haven't updated. Snidely I haven't updated. Crack Stuntman is another one I forgot. Jim West. I mean I would just need to add a picture of Will Smith there. But either way, we'll get there. There's a few hundred, but I think I'm up to at least a couple hundred. Maybe I'm completely wrong on that. Kind of went a little bit overboard with it, to be completely honest. But okay, let's see. Going down no particular order. Let's see. Up Yellow Boat I haven't put in here yet. Jacko, you do have one. So there's, let's just go down the list, because I don't know if it eventually caps out or bugs out to some degree, because it definitely does have a little bit of a hiccup after a little while. I noticed after putting a few dozen in there, the game suddenly is like, hold on, I gotta reload the entire character sheet, please just chill a second. So there we go. Jacko got his proper face. Let's see what else we got here. Snidely got his proper face. He doesn't look any less douchey in his proper portrait, to be fair. I was originally going to use the original artwork for it, but it kept kind of coming out weird when it's scaled down to this size, so screw it. We'll just go with what we got here. And yes, we even got Krieger in here. So we got Snidely over here. All right. It's the Xenonaut scientist for anyone that didn't know. So Amir from Front Mission. You're gonna be way down here at the bottom here. It's actually funny because in some cases I just went with the original game portraits again. Because for some of them it actually ended up fitting a little bit better. But yeah, I just started adding, just literally adding whatever came to mind after a certain point. I don't know why this one came out so pixelated. It did not look this pixelated in the original version. Screw it, whatever. Who else do we got here? So yeah, Mally's using the Onion guy temporarily from from Legend of Mana, which yeah, I actually have a proper picture of Mally and all that kind of thing, as well as Kia and a few others there. I haven't properly gotten to those as of yet, and that's primarily just because I'd have to transfer them over from another thing, and well, yesterday I kind of got into a position where I was sitting, I spent a good majority of the day on a situation. Let's just go ahead and leave it at that. New job's a little bit interesting sometimes. So, Independent Warlord is all well and good. Now, as much as I'd like to say that Appleboy over here was the Independent Warlord, one thing that I know that we're probably not going to get to bring up very often is Mr. Kangaki, if I can find him. But you know what? Actually, screw it. We'll just use the Stealth C. The Independent Warlord, it isn't even Armored Core anymore. It's just a copy of the Stealth C. That'll work. The vague appearance matches. I'm sorry, I get a bit too much fun out of changing up portraits and things. I believe something just went funky with my controller there. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, Kia's got an official look. Lance, funnily enough, I haven't added his yet, although to be honest, this one is almost spot on original Lance, so screw it, whatever, that's perfectly fine. We got Saria with her original. Yuria, I believe I have in there, but we're actually just going to leave it at that one for now. Lazuli's got his, Evangel's got his, as you saw earlier. Smelter Blue is perfectly fine with that. Young Donalto, I'm actually just going to leave him like this. This works. I'll get original Donalto in there at some point, but this just works. We got Hector here with his proper look. We got Boone with his proper look. Softpaw. I may end up leaving soft mode just because it gives an excuse to use this particular face. It works really well. Orson, which actually changed his head to match. We got Yumel's pretty close. Bradford, let's get you fixed. I think Bradford was one of the later ones here, if he'll actually load. Is he in here yet? Because I know he was added in, but I don't know exactly. Yeah, no, Snidely's in there, so he should be in here somewhere. Somewhere is the question. I believe it actually loads these in a random order, by the way, on a little bit of a fun note. Because, yeah, all these were put in a completely different order, and it seems like every time that I go in here, they're in a different order. There we go. Got Bradford. Who else? Who else are we missing? Denton I haven't done yet. Neb has hers. Pumpkin Stoffley's. I mean, we can't do better than that, let's be honest. Almost fine. Escape runes. I think I actually have... Well, actually, they're dead anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And Regino I haven't gotten yet. Tartaros has his original SNES look, because why not? Divold. I think I have a Terror Knight for him. Yeah, it's funny, so when I was going through artwork and everything else, there were some of them that legitimately just did not have higher quality pictures available in some cases. And Terror Knights were one of them, that every time that I would find a picture of it, for whatever friggin' reason, it would end up getting all janky as soon as I tried to rescale it to the size that it needs. Like, even when I would crop it out and try to figure it out that way, it just would not cooperate for whatever reason. So I'll figure that out later. But yeah, I don't think I actually found a version of the Terror Knight that worked ultimately. Because, I mean, some of them, like, most of the ones from Lucht, for example, came out just fine. They look very slightly pixelated, but on the whole, it's fine. The Night of Lotus ones, they come out looking a little bit janky, because, yeah, they were never meant to be this size whatsoever. They're tiny little pictures. Some of them worked out just fine, like Mr. Rapari here. All the Sots of the Pit characters. The OB64 portraits, however, looked disgusting when scaled up, and I'm not sure why there's literally just no better version that doesn't immediately go into that clay model situation, so whatever. I didn't use too many of those, just the ones that looked funny. The FFT ones, they still come out looking a little bit glossy, but whatever. And then, yeah, the Legend of Mana ones looked fine because it was just off of original artwork and stuff like that, so... I mean, at some point, I think I'm probably going to go back to the FFT ones and use, like, the big class picture instead of their actual endgame portraits. But either way, like, for example, going through FFTA, I absolutely love this particular art of them. Like, where they had the original art from the guide and stuff like that. Which, I think that's the only game that I actually ever had a paper guide for, up until I lost it a few years ago. And, yeah, it had some really cool art for a lot of the characters and stuff there. And then, of course, obligatory, my favorite character from FTL, the Stealth C. But yeah, we're already using that, so that's fine. Now, looking at these characters here, what I want to do going forward here, I don't know why I went to this menu. This is not the menu I wanted to go to. What I wanted to do is essentially have the A-team go on with the story. Everybody else tries to level up in any way they can. Gonna try to re-go through the story here. I think what I might do is just whenever characters get killed off, just remove them entirely. Which unfortunately I still can't get rid of Rainer here. And that mostly would be just for convenience. Oh, by the way, funny note on Keiru here before we get going. I was curious to see what would happen if I started off a new run where absolutely nothing was carried over from the previous one. Like, I was curious how the game would react, and if that would be a fun little challenge, just to not even have any team with any skills whatsoever going into this mode. A, yes, it was fun, but B, for whatever reason, it kicked out everybody, except for Keiru. For whatever reason, he comes in with all of his lives restored, and then for whatever reason, the first two fights, he comes in with the with full healing abilities. Like, he transferred over all of his Mender skill tree. But then as soon as the third battle rolled around, which I think was the first time he technically got Mender experience, at that point his skills reverted to just having Panacea for whatever reason. So he literally just came in with, like, he didn't even... The funny part is he reset his Exiled skill tree at the very start. He did not reset his Mentor skill tree. Couldn't tell you what happened there, but yeah, like my take on it, since you like when you're doing the whole New Game Plus thing and whatever else, you do get a whole bunch of starter weapons. Like you do get a bunch of the bottom tier stuff of things you would never have, like a pistol and a spear and stuff at the start, which I assume is to smooth over the transition a little bit. Since some of them, you wouldn't be able to get for a little while, you'd have characters without weapons. Because it seemed to be specifically the ones that you wouldn't really be able to get otherwise. Like, let's see, I think there's a mace, a thrusting sword, a pistol, a spear, which the spear you get pretty early, but still. And then I want to say you get well, axes and hammers and swords you already start with. Either way, you've got a few options here. But it was just, that interaction was super weird to see him suddenly transform like that. Anyway, so let's go through, pick up some of these skills that they needed, and then we'll go from there. I'm just glad that you looks like his proper self finally, with all of his janky blockiness. Alright, crippling bullet. Probably a good way to go. Slow bullet I would use, however, we've already pretty much got team-wide slow with Kyrie there. And then, yeah, going forward, I'm not going to make as many new characters at one time, because obviously they're getting a little bit, well, obsolete, quite frankly. So what I'm going to do is we're going to set up a sort of meat grinder of sorts. These guys are going to learn what they can. And then any disabled characters are just going to get removed entirely. Interestingly, I think he can almost learn everything from the Reaver tree. I mean, critical rebirth at the very least. Yeah, primal wave is the only thing he doesn't have. Oh, I should have learned evade skill there. That's pretty good. But what I'm thinking is, yeah, we'll set up a bunch of random low-level battles. We'll see what the low-level characters can potentially catch up their levels and who dies. Grim way to do it, for sure, but seems worth doing. Alright, so you're down. Regina, unfortunately, is gone. Escape runes over here. Was around for the very last fight of the last run, but unfortunately is gone. Same thing for Reevesbane here. Felix as well, which that reminds me I need to at some point go in and add the Golden Sun characters. Mr. Cow, unfortunately, also gone. I would have made a portrait for him, but I actually... I was going to originally transfer over the ones from Xenonauts, and I couldn't figure out what happened to those exactly, so those might be lost and that might have to be remade. Anyway, everybody else doing okay-ish, except for the ones that I can't dismiss, but we'll ignore those. Alright. 1 million years of menus later, let's go ahead and make sure that's properly saved here. And move on. So, fun part. If we go over to the guilds now, we're able to send people out on away missions. However, we can actually send them out to the second area already. However, as it stands... Oh, I actually can send them out on these already. Alright, what do we got here? So we get the Wrangler class, Venom Serum, Sylvan variant, and Destrum Serum. Alright, so Wrangler sounds pretty good to me, because that's one of the human units. 40% base success rate, get some ability points. Let's see who we want to send. It doesn't say they're gonna get any experience out of this, so let's go ahead and send some of the injured guys out on this. Like, I think what it's gonna boil down to is a lot of the super injured guys are just gonna be away mission grunts, more or less. Alright, let's see here. Watch harness that shall walk. So disturbing rumors have circulated about the dead walking the hills at night. At first I dismissed these stories as rambling of born farmers until I realized this, or had the discovery of several unearthed graves. The undead are truly to blame. Holy magic or the force of arcane would be best to counter necromancy. If you say so. So, gotta have a neb for that one, I suppose. Do we have any menders? I mean, you're an alchemistic mender? Sure, that sounds pretty good. Actually, do we want to send our best priest out? Probably not. Who else can we send? I might be going down that same tree here. Vessel Sorcerer, you sound pretty handy for that. So we've got a Knight and Templar. I mean, he's gonna be okay at dealing with them. And who else? I mean, I think we do have to send out Donalto for this one. It's kind of his calling, you know? He is the Exorcist, after all. Let's get him out there, and what else do we got? So, trees have been stirring in the deepest wilderness, lifting voices among the trees, speaking unknown tongues, and folk have gone missing for days and turning up again with no memory of where they've been. Holy should go a long way to countering whatever wickedness is infecting those woods. Okay. So, I mean, I guess Templar's fine for that. Actually, I'm just curious to see whether sending the completely wrong team will screw this up or not. His Duelist Mender, he should do the job okay. Because I'm assuming both classes are taken into consideration when it does a calculation for this. So, if we send everybody that technically has some degree of holiness to them, I mean, you look like you've got the right color scheme for this. And there we go. That's our 3 for now. They're going to be out for a little while. Alright, guild upgrades for here. What do we got? Alright, 5% completion speed. Doesn't really matter too much. Let's see. Gives border bonus to those ones. 2 times gathering. It's alright. Ability points. Yeah, I like that one. I'm sure there's a way to do this a little bit better. Plus 10 experience? Sure. Alright, GP... Yeah, why not? Let's see, plus 5% success rate. We'll consider that one. It gives a bonus to Bounty Board and Diviner, so we'll go ahead and pop that over here. Bandit Cower rate, don't need it right now. Bonus damage, sure. Bonus to the weaponsmith that we just put down. Increases the chance of obtaining components. So far we're okay with components. Let's see, all units can swim. That seems like a given. Like, honestly, especially in this difficulty, having the marina around at all times seems pretty busted. Let's see, all actions have increased chance to hit of 10%. Yes, please. Let's see, while patrolling, all units have an increased plus 15% critical hit chance. Or the chance of taming a monster increased. Let's see, prices are 7% cheaper. So the outpost is, functionally speaking, just minus 7% recruit cost, which... Let's see, minus 7% should be about minus 140-ish per recruit. We might need that later. But I think critical hit rate. Alright. Alright, we've still got large battle here, so first order of business, levels 1 to 4. Crossroads, let's save, let's see that fight real quick. See if we can get some of our low Bs up to at least a decent level. I want to do 2 random fights, and then I want to proceed on with the story. Because the longer we wait on the story, the more they're going to get a chance to scale up. So, go up there. Ideally going to be all level 1s for this one. Like, it's funny because Evangel's got a whole bunch of skills, but no levels yet. Did I actually remember to equip them, though? I don't think I did. Well, let's go ahead and reload that real quick, because, yeah, I forgot to actually give them weapons. Yeah, that's one of those things that's always a weird thing to get used to after Tactics Ogre, or at least after TOPSB. It's like suddenly going back and remembering to re-equip everybody. Alright. So, Yellow Boat as before. I think that's what it was when I was looking at Yellow Boat. It was making me think of something entirely different. Alright, let's go in here. Let's get these guys their equipment. So we got one hidden knife here. What about Mingosh? How does that... Let's see. Much better attack, much better evasion, minus 10 speed. It's fine. Don't have anything shield-wise for her. Get a hat. Yeah, our equipment situation is not ideal at all. A couple sets of spiked shoes, okay. I believe these are one of the craftables I put together last time. And a sharp gaunt. Alright, that'll have to do. Take a look at the crafting menu real quick, see if there's anything we can slap together real quick. Definitely make some throwing gloves. Alright, a couple of running shoes just to at least give us something to work with. Alright, he's already equipped. Yuria, you go ahead and take the hidden knife. Take the hat. No armor for you. So let's see, running shoes. Why does it keep going back to armor when I don't have any? And then, yeah, a couple throwing gloves, I suppose. Yeah, probably best order of business at some point is just going to be to go to the store, pick up some random garbage for them to use. Alright, one boomstick for you, one for hat, and that might be all you actually get, to be honest. So hopefully at least some of them have skills to carry the day for them. He's also got a boomstick. Alright, you're equipped. You're barely equipped. You're equipped. Let's see, are any of these guys going to be only doing away missions for a little while? At least give these guys something to work with. I feel like I'm missing something here. Like, if there's anything UI-wise that I would probably change, it would probably just be to let you know when you have one item available. The only downside is, obviously, that would take a decent bit extra, and quite frankly, this is the only time it would ever matter. So, meh on that one. Alright, hopefully we're alright. Hopefully. Alright, so what's our deal again? We got Quick Fingers, Item Potency, Evasion up, Initiative, and Crit Mirage, Dagger build, Traps and Gear. Okay. Alright, that seems like a fairly obvious one right here. Let's go ahead and throw a Lacerating Trap right there. I forgot that the traps, yeah, work with... Or no, actually, traps are range 3. I was gonna say, does it work with the throwing hand? But no. Alright, she might be dead. What about two? %2 dodge. Alright, we are off on a good start here. Yeah, wait. That's odd. They've scaled all the way up to 4. We got Berserk on him. That might be a little bit of a benefit, but we need to get the 2 that are down up at the moment. Right, okay. Not 100% sure if this is actually going to be possible for the ultra-low characters here. Because part of the thing is the game constantly scales up as you go on. So I actually, I suppose if I reset Kyrie to level 1, maybe that would be the way to do it. Let's see if I time this right. Ah, crap. I thought... Yeah, I guess they automatically attack whoever's closest. For some reason, I thought he would only attack enemy units. But that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not really seeing many many winning options for this team here, I'll be honest. Try to reel him in with that one, see if we can maybe get a whole bunch of infighting going on. Right, that didn't work. So we've got 2 Berserks and a Charm. One of those Berserks isn't really going to do anything. Yeah, she's got basically nothing going on here. Recovery and poison, maybe? Alright, it's something. It's something. Probably insta-dead, but it's something. Oof. Alright, are there any actual options here? Sounds on Charm, they're gonna move pretty soon. Realistically, Crossbow Guy probably won't be moving anywhere. Yeah, if we put an immobilization trap, we might have an issue there. So why don't we have you go over here? Put a half HP trap behind you. See if we can at the very least slow down and finish off that one. No luck. Like, if we could get one of them down, at least we could maybe gain a little bit of ground here. Because Evangel is about the only one that can sort of do almost okay damage. Nice. It's actually funny that even when their units charm, they still go out of their way to buff them. Yeah, I think it's safe to say this is probably a bit of a wash for the newbies. Just a little bit. Just slightly. Now, the weird part that this all boils down to is that, well, I understand how this is all going, because it's automatically going to scale all of them up to 4. Meaning that, yeah, actually the lobies are going to be functionally worthless up until we get something better going down the line. Alright. That's fine. Let's go ahead and go this way then. That is the puzzle of this run, after all. Alright, so what are we dealing with here? We got Knight Duelist, Merc Reaver, a Scoundrel Fellblade, and a Scoundrel Samurai? Magnus Firestorm the Gunner, dang. the dual wield gunner. That's pretty strong right there. And then we got like the pretty standard Merc Knight over here. They've got options. They've got a few options here. Yeah, Ranger Alchemistic is pretty good too. Okay. Okay. So we've got Jacko here. We've got Jim West, Duelist. He's got his Revive. That could be pretty useful for this. Crack Stunman. I can't see him being too helpful here. Gunner Gadgeteer, yes. Sorcerer Gadgeteer, sure. Independent Warlord, and who else? Yeah, I feel like we really want our dude back for this one, but the priest guy, I mean. Definitely the next hire for the team is going to be a priest, because we've got nothing going on that front. One issue is we're almost certainly going to start taking a few shots from the left. Oh, interesting. Okay, I never actually saw that the peddler can use critical expertise on somebody else. I thought it was on yourself. Oh, yeah, they've got a really long range bow and everything. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Now, out of curiosity, can Scout and that actually... No, it's the same buff. Okay. Heal about 3,000. Okay, some regeneration going. Which, by the way, one build I really want to try at some point is I want to have essentially a heal wall combining... jeez, man. Combining regeneration plus the puppy thing plus life font. See how that ends up looking. Yeah, I've already got one down. That's not a good start at all. But as per usual, this is Kyrie and the disposable grunts. So see how that all ends up going. Still here with this half halberd. Go ahead and throw a rock at this guy to be safe. I'm pretty sure she can actually just take out the knight guy. Oof, counter poison, not bad. My hope, however, would essentially be to have this guy taken out by the grunts while Carry focuses on the ones with higher health. Because putting up with higher health is something that we just have not been able to deal with so far. %50 crit rate, come on. Perfect. Alright, counter slow, then the one for all. Worked out pretty nicely. Alright, that'll be one of their phoenixes. How far is the attack buff? I think it's only 2. Where is this dang thing? Yeah, molecular infuser is 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, that's gonna be 1 tile out of range. Okay. In that case, Palatron this guy. That counter poison is brutal on the tank. It's a real nasty build they came up with. Stop attacking my stealth C, dang it! So I'm taking a look real quick here, trying to see what exactly it is that's making her heal bot do so well. Because I thought the heal bot didn't scale. I thought that was part of the Gadgeteer's whole thing. Aw. That's a shame. We go for here. I'm thinking probably this one. Perfect. As long as she keeps taking somebody out every round, we're alright. Let's see, even though her crit rate is down to 36%, I'm thinking we give her an attack buff here. Get a... what's it? Are you the one with the other buff here? No. Cripple bullet, maybe. Alright, better plan, actually, because I don't think that's going to be enough to take out this wall on the right. If this guy can get angered, this would be a win right here. Yeah, there we go, Berserk. He should double attack the 2 right next to him. There's none of our units that are closer in range. Beautiful. God, it's such a good move! Every time they get hit, regeneration puppies pop out. Oh, it's so good. I know it's such a weird thing to get excited about, but it's just so good. Okay. That'll do the job. And we'll get Grillmaster taking the spot on the right, and taking a little bit of a heal on the way. Yeah, I think pretty much everybody on their team is slowed at this point, maybe barring that guy. I don't... He's just 1 level away from making use of Sniper Shot. Let's get an Independent Warlord back up. they've got no buffs, so that's not worth doing. Dirty Hit might be worth doing. Let's see, the guy with a hat, I believe, is the one that would be... No, that's a different guy with a hat that would be double shotting. So who's this next guy with the hat? That's this guy over here. He doesn't really have anything ranged-wise, at least nothing that would be terribly useful for him. They're at 47. So this might seem like a terrible idea here, but what I want to do is actually sacrifice Indie Warlord again to take yet another injury, in order to, if all goes well... Actually, yeah, let's do Dirty Hit here. Maybe make him blind. Hopefully they'll decide to go for him instead, because that's higher damage. Yeah, there we go. It's a miss. Carry can finish them off. What does her multi-shot look like right now? Not terribly amazing. Right. So we do that in order to take the heal. Those three coming up as a group are going to be a problem. They've got a duelist laying around somewhere, so that's going to be infinite revives. We've got to deal with that at some point. Take out Doggy Archer. Berserk went away. Yeah, we definitely want to re-berserk that guy. Do it! Ah, didn't re-berserk. That's tragic. Alright. Go ahead and heal yourself up to full, and away we go. Should still be mostly at range if they go up here. A little bit of a dry third situation. Yeah, Independent Warlord probably won't last very long. Which, by the way, that's not going to be the last we're going to see of the Stealth C picture. We're going to have that one coming back later. Alright. Now, dodge. But they would counter haste, so it's not worth it. Alright, so we're gonna infuse Softpaw here. Make her ranged a little bit better. See if by any chance she can take out the Reaver by herself. Oh, crap. Actually, that's fine. That is perfectly fine, actually. In that case, your roll just changed to take out this one. Perfect. Now, I wonder if there's counter Berserk, because if there is, that would be incredibly strong. She's gonna full pod, get a couple steps closer, but not go any farther than that. You just take a bunch of long-range shots. Still 36% crit rate, so a decent chance of that doing something good. Right. Alright, so we need to do at this point, infuse Kyrie. She ends up carving through everything on the right here. Simple. Perfect. Getting out of here with that. Well, it's a good thing that's one the crit. That gives a full heal. We can move her up here. For anyone kind of unfamiliar with this one, that might be coming in at this part for whatever bizarre reason, essentially your turn is just your turn. You don't really get anything different for the actions that you take, simply because there's so many potential actions to take that I'm assuming they just didn't want to punish that. Alright, so we might end up sacrificing Grillmaster to get a heal off here. Whew. 302. Although, again, how he dodged 100% is anyone's guess. Interesting! Actually, okay, since he was the only one that had to go down there, my guess on what happened there is that he technically got killed off by the second one, so he counted as dodging the first one? How does that all work? Because I thought he had 200 something, he got hit for 150. Weird. Anyway, skip the cutscene, move on. Our mission was a success. Goody goody. We got the Dermestrid Serum. Another one ends in 5 seconds. Come on, finish up. Finish strong! And then Tartaros got the Wrangler. Alright, who can be the Wrangler? Because it's funny, because Mr. Vale was just asking me about this. How do you unlock the Wrangler? I don't friggin' know. Do I look like somebody that uses their brain? Slash has gotten the Wrangler yet? I've never driven a Jeep. Actually, I think did I drive a Jeep before? I think I've driven one. I don't think I've actually owned one. Anyway. So, Peddler. That's looking okay. Vangle can almost tear up again. Interestingly, they seem to be... They've got such a weird weird skill tree as far as this goes. They're just all over the dang place. Like I have a feeling there's probably some pretty good ways to speedrun through that skill tree. I do like how so many different things end up building up in different ways in this game. It's a nice little break from the formula. Feels nice. Feels nice. Alright, Mastered Mercenary, so they're going to get a little bit of an upgrade there. And for anyone that ever wondered why I always keep going through and getting all these skills, I mean, technically speaking, you can just wait till they have enough points to just do the buy all option, sure. But I just like to have little numbers here saying how well they're progressing on different things to kind of keep a background note of who to be raising up as what. And he can be a Wrangler, look at that. Monster trainers who have an uncanny connection with the beasts of the world. Okay. And it's funny because, yeah, because of the map effects, you can see that everybody has the swim effect on them. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Am I allowed to take a look at those abilities? No? Oh, there we go. Alright, so Tame deals magical 0.5 to the target, but will not kill the target. Okay, so it's False Strike. Target has a chance of being recruited depending on their HP, bypasses all counter abilities, ignores protect status, and cannot be evaded. Only works on certain monsters. Frenzy gains attack plus, mind plus to all allied units. Calm gains mind plus attack plus. Alright, cool. It's funny how it's always Mind plus, but alright. Might gives attack and mind to the character after being targeted by any damaging offensive action. Interesting. That could be a really strong one. So definitely want to have a Wrangler on the team. Try to teach that to everybody as a good counter. Especially, come to think of it, on Kyrie, this would be ridiculously strong. Especially down the line with the Enhancer, or the Balancer, whatever the hell that thing's called. The one that ends up scaling both damage types. Alright, so that could be really good. Actually, wait, right, she can't use swords anymore. That's part of that whole deal. Anyway, so, heal teleports the target monster to an adjacent tile, cannot be a water tile. Dang. Well, so much for throwing bears in the water to drown there. Beast Whisper has a 75% chance to inflict charm. If successful, the target is mind-controlled for 1 turn. A mind-controlled unit gets an immediate turn upon receiving the effect, only works on monsters. Interesting. Alright. Owner's Pride. Whenever an ally monster falls in battle or defeats an enemy, the characters gain a 10% bonus to their speed for the duration of the battle, up to 40%. Alright, character removes a currently deployed monster, cannot be a water tile, and replaces it with a non-deployed monster unit. The new monster will retain the HP and MP of the removed unit. Useful. I'm assuming down the line, once we have more of them, that's something to work on. Hunt deals 1.5 physical damage to a monster unit and reduces damage to non-monsters, counts as a regular attack, and lays the equipped weapon's elemental buffs and debuffs. Okay, so this is just like Hunt. Yeah, this is basically just like either I think it was like Hunter or Hunter Strike or just plain Hunt. The bizarre one out of FFTA where you basically fire a bow and for some reason a sword would come down from the sky. But either way, Skirmish, character makes another movement of 1 after taking an action. That's pretty cool. An allied monster will execute a regular attack that bypasses counters in the current direction if they have a valid target. Cool. And the Quicken monster target gains an immediate turn, can only be used on monster units. So yeah, that's pretty strong actually. So Andy here wasn't doing too much with his other stuff, so let's see what he gets. Okay, he gets a spear. I like the class. They're a Beastmaster that gets a spear. I know it's a weird thing to always like in games, but dang it, I always appreciate that little detail. It's like, you know what, you're dealing with dangerous animals all the time, you want something with a little bit of range. Alright, Troy, what have you learned lately? Gunner, Raging Bullet, yes. In fact, I just want to say that, yeah, having a Raging Bullet might be a little bit better. See, it's kind of like a weird diagonal stab. In fact, just anything Berserk related has been incredibly strong this run. But, as would be Flash Strike. Now, since he's actually not doing regular attacks that often, no weakness can go away. Yeah, probably get evasion up. But yeah, it's just like I was saying the first time. It's interesting how so many of these things don't seem like they would do very much on your first time through, but then on subsequent playthroughs, higher difficulties and all that, a lot of their use becomes really, really noticeable. Like that 30% evade is just, whew, it's really strong all of a sudden, and that was kind of a meh ability before. All right, this time, maybe don't send the priest. Yeah, we got a few new crafting options available as well. Let's see if that's anything that'll help us out. Something I need to remember if I can get anybody put together as a Lich. I definitely need to remember that build from before where it's basically skill crits plus a crit bonus plus a crit build plus sorcerer. Was pretty dang strunk. Let's go to missions here. So what do we got? Any experienced ones? Yeah, Monster Wrangler, new Wrangler recruits. Local rangers ask for help with the project is. The monster near our presence near the village needs to be beaten back. But after adults are slain, rather than leave the cubs and pup and young to perish, she wants to go after each breed and see which ones can be domesticated. Okay. Fair enough. And I think we'll actually send our own resident Wrangler after that. Because Indie Warlord's looking pretty rough these days. Alright, so watching over the harvest. Have a good job for you. Not an especially exciting or romantic job, but one that needs doing. Some of our farmers need protection from the creatures of the field and forest while the last of the harvest is brought in. Considering the various types of flying menace out of the way, best to bring a good marksman along. Okay. Well, we got one of them laying around here someplace. Send Orson. Send Boone. We'd send Softball, but she can't be used for this. She's too good for this. So we need a third marksman. Send Jim West out. He's not technically a marksman right now, but he's supposed to be eventually. He was supposed to be a duelist gunner. So an old herbalist in the area has requested someone to walk her route ahead of her to make sure all is safe before she and her apprentices do the regular gathering. We get some random stuff out of that, and we get a new Templar recruit after this. Yeah, I think we'll do this one. Arbiter Lancaster needs your help again. Some terrifying menace has been wreaking havoc among the rangers, travelers, even mushroom pickers near the bridge. There's been no loss of life yet, thankfully, but many wounded. Sounds like you could use someone talented in the healing arts, as well as a monster as ferocious as the opposition you face. Okay. Sounds good. So we send out Mally, we send out Lands, and I guess we can send out Yuria for this one. Sounds good. They'll be out of the way for half an hour. Yeah, with these recruit missions, it's kind of making me think might be a fun idea down the road to do a no guild run. Actually, well, that is to say, that'd be weird. No, because technically you need the missions in order to do all this stuff. So, how exactly would that work? Like, basically, you just can't hire anyone, but you can get anyone to get out of guild missions and just field recruits and stuff like that. But can't use the shop. Maybe something along those lines. I feel like for all the customization options, it makes challenge runs kind of an odd thing to potentially lay out in some cases. Anywho, let's go check out this Thesperos place. People doing the cutscene thing, dandy dandy. Then events happen, and then we skip the events, because I don't remember if you get anything new out of them. And then let's see who we can get all shopped up here. Because if there was one thing that's becoming incredibly clear, it's that our equipment is very lacking. Weapon for the modern wizard. Right, yeah, this thing's pretty expensive. I mean, he mostly relies on his debuff anyway. Let's see, Brigandine, pretty handy. Extra accuracy. I don't think I've seen him miss anything as of yet. Let's see, mind plus accuracy. But extra evasion, a little bit less defense. Extra health, very handy though. That's way too much for one guy right now though. Yeah, she's immune to almost anything right now. Yeah, I feel like that 20 health would be a really massive boost, though. This very slightly higher evasion, which is already pretty dang high. Resistance goes down even lower than it already is. I guess we'll try it. Okay, that's acceptable. So we've also been making a hell of a lot of use of you. A little bit of defense wouldn't hurt. Arbiter Hat's doing a pretty good job, yeah, and all this would do would be give her a little bit of extra health. What about crossbows? Yeah, auto crossbow, AoE plus higher attack, yeah, that's fantastic. Alright, plus 10 accuracy, plus 2 crit. Very minor lowering of speed there. I feel like that's a pretty solid win right there. Denton we're not using right now. Actually, a lot of these guys we're just plain not using right now. What about for you? Alright, prevents silence. It just doesn't really seem worth it. Like, the focus crystal here for how much it costs? I guess not that many things prevent silence, so I guess that's probably its main shtick there. But yeah, plus 10 accuracy, plus 2 crit. Just get some glasses. Oh, we can't afford the glasses for you. Sharp Gaunt, I guess? Can just barely afford that. Then all the trash trickles down to everybody else, and hi there, Mr. Cow. Good morning. How's it going? So yeah, a whole bunch went and redid a bunch of the unique portraits and things like that, so all these guys actually have stuff now. Like a dew, actually looks like a dew! That's good times. It's fun stuff. Yeah, as is usually the case with a dew, I'm surprised how well he's doing. Like, the man just does not stop. Alright, I get defense, gain swimming, plus 22 crit rate. These guys will scale all the way up to 23, so that's terrifying. Right, these will go up to 17. What are we at right now? 14 and about the 10s? I guess 16 is workable. I mean, we do 10% extra damage. So let's just go to Yomtor here. Go for a little bit of a training fight. Yep, softball. They're funnily enough, they're one of the characters out of Mr. Vale's books. There, they're basically like, they're basically a witch that lives in the swamp. Well, they're not like literally a witch, but they're basically like, how do you even put it? They're basically like a swamp murder hobo for a large chunk of the thing. I guess that'd be one way to put it. That's a terrible way to put it, but you know, something along those lines. It's a little hard to describe out of context. All right, let's get Aerith trained up a little bit here, and I guess let's give Troy some turns. Why not? And yeah, I was originally going to give Troy his his original portrait from OB64, but seriously, I don't know why the portraits on that are so unbelievably low quality. Even the best quality stuff I could find, and even trying to take a screenshot out of the game itself was just... it just looked gross. Whack. Whack. I suppose there's really not much of a reason for her to be getting experience out of this, is there? High Striker, what the hell? Right, they're coming in with all that fancy stuff now. Right, whatever, let's get a Healbot. Yeah, Healbot going on you. Alright, I think we're gonna have to clear the left here. As she does all of no damage. Yeah, I think once we get past past low levels on these guys, we're gonna be seeing a lot more results. It's just the ultra low levels here. It's like probably 10 and under that we're seeing a lot of the kind of janky stuff happen. That's why a lot of the lower characters aren't really gonna ever get anywhere past past their away mission status. I mean, like, I think at this point, so much of the stuff scales up so much that we literally just have to have Kyrie around at all times for them to have any hope of surviving. And I'll say Jacko's doing pretty okay. He's kind of a defensive... Oh, for crap's sake, man. This whole really low odds dodging stuff has been a real pain in the neck lately. Any debuffs? No. Alright, screw it. Throw a rock at this guy. Unless you've potentially got something more useful here. Yeah, Demoleculizer will take care of him. Just barely. I mean, again, I'm surprised how well Adu's been doing, considering the simplicity of his build. Let's get Troy up. He'll take another injury. That actually might be him dead, because I think he was already on 4 injuries. Well, I mean, all the better to bring him back repeatedly, then. Have him make use of his final life here. Oof. What the hell is that? What on earth is a Razor Wind? So for an added MP cost of 6, allows the character to use any single target skill with a range of at least 1 as if it had a range of 4. Friggin' what? I think that's a samurai ability or something. Right, that went well. Y'all need to stop murdering my rookies. God. What do I want to do here? I think I actually just want to give her crit expertise and call it a day. Because we basically got nobody left here, and he's probably not long for this world. Best he can do is try and hold out for another round here. She can probably just solo the rest of the map. He can't. He definitely can't. I just love every time that there's a mender that comes in with a 5 o'clock shadow. I look so dumb. I love it. Alright, 50% crit. Come on, crit it. Dang it. Alright, this might be a loss actually. What's going to be? Oh, Mass Renew? Interesting choice. Alright, as long as she gets out of hit range, which should be fine right here. You might go for a Primal Cry or something. That's going to hit pretty good. Survive. Nope. Alright, that's fine. It's almost like this difficulty is a little bit difficult or something. Alright. How else can we maybe go about this? I mean, on the plus side, every time that you redo this, thankfully all your countdowns are still going, so it's balanced for this, weirdly enough. Don't ask me how they accounted for these bizarre situations that they specifically tell you never to use, but oh well. Details. Alright, we'll actually bring our priest this time. Bring some Jesus into this fight. Alright, first order of business. Mass barrier. Just on these guys, which basically only leaves Lazuli exposed. He's got his MP shield, so he can probably just tank a little bit up here. I think I might just have all casters come in training as an alchemistic first. Make sure that they get their MP shield before anything else. Actually, I'm thinking probably an MP shield knight would also be a pretty good idea to set up. We'll see. Good God, man, why does everybody have counter poison? Right, 60% chance of range, or rage. And barriered, because everybody's a mystic, sure. So I keep going back and forth over what would be more helpful between a like, let's say a heal buff or a defense buff. I'm kind of thinking defense buff's probably more useful under more circumstances, just because how stuff's going up here. I don't know. It's a hard one to call just because so much different stuff is around now. Anyway, Chaos Slice, come on, go for a sleep or something. No, it's just a barrier. Blah. Dang status debuff barrier. Explosive spears, why not? So we're gonna get secondary effects. It's probably worth doing renew on these two. He still has secondary effects, doesn't he? Yeah, so he still has side effects. It isn't showing the plus 11 anymore. So yeah, I figured it would be more useful on the left because they've got the better defense, because this is basically renew plus a really minor heal. But then again, I would allow these two to retreat. Yeah, right, let's just do that. What? Oh, it's because they already came in with renew, that's what's going on. Adoy. Thanks, Brain. Thanks. For anyone wondering as to why it doesn't just renew the thing when you do that, there's a specific skill for renewing stuff. And essentially another skill for renewing negative stuff. It's kind of the whole gimmick of a couple of the classes. Alright, let's go ahead and put a pain trap right there. Have him face this direction. Hopefully it'll take the bait. Get mad! Oh man, this rookie shot me slightly. I'm getting mad. Beautiful. Right, that's fine, because we're mostly dealing with the left. Rude. Extremely rude. I have a trap specifically set up for you over there, sir. Which, I mean, I guess by Tactics Ogre logic he would have gone for that spot. This game, maybe not so much. Anyway, Chaos Slice on you. Resistance down. He's already... Oh, he's rooted. That's why he couldn't move. Let's see if we can bait anyone else into this trap. It's kind of unlikely. Is he dual-wielding staves? Oh, I love the wacky generation in this game. He has dual-wielding a heavy and a silver staff. That's why he's got so much freaking range on his casts. Because he's stacking +1 ranges from those. Alright, let me just deal with this guy real quick. Yes. Perfect. Alright, so yeah, those guys are just going to be doing their own thing. Everyone keeps getting counter-rooted. It's fine. What can you say at this point? Alright, get weak into this guy. So funny little note here. So Donalto's got the double effective items, and I can't help but notice that despite the fact that it previously was a rule that the revival items are not affected by double health, can't help but notice that he came back at 129. Hard to say. Alright, one demoralizer. One just a regular attack on you. Another berserk on you, but he's already barriered. Oh, come on now. When's everyone always being so mean to Jacko? I have no idea how many lives that guy's got left at this point, but it can't be many. And should have noticed the 0% there. Hopefully nobody points out the stupidity of that move. Reduce the guy's defense, use a move that avoids defense. Alright, so avoids basic attacks, crippling. Yeah, let's just do cripple. Friggin' what? So 96%, 86% dodges them both. Beautiful. Alright, he's gonna try to get close to the casters, but that's probably a terrible idea. That's not gonna do anything for you. I mean, multi-shot's not bad. Got anything better for me? Force flow's 110. Delay wouldn't be a terrible idea. So put him back a couple rounds. Not clear exactly what good that'll do, though. Alright, as long as he doesn't dodge another almost guaranteed shot, we're perfectly fine. Oof. Ouch. Rude. That might have just maybe been a dumb move. Just very slightly. Yeah, that's a surprisingly strong build, actually, the more that I think about it. Because double stabs plus halbine, so they're... Okay, so basic idea what they're going for here. It's like, oh, he's a fairly, weak-looking wizard guy. Alchemistic wizard. They're going around putting out buffs. Putting up shield buffs and renew and barriers and things like that. Then they get hit. They counter with might. So basically, they get bonuses to their physical and magical offense at that point, At which point they go in with their double staves. If they need physical, if they need magic, they've basically got their usual stuff still. Just dude, so friggin'. It's again bizarre the kinds of strong stuff the AI can just fart out of nowhere. Because all this stuff, as far as I'm aware, is randomly generated. Like there isn't just a preset list of here's everything that they can come in with. So to that end, he's pretty dang impressive is what I'm getting at. Alright, Mr. Priest, go ahead and throw a rock at this one, please. Do your 100 damage rocks. As Mr. Donalto does not have time for your crap, and sniper shot here. Dang it, I really want to see what sniper shot would look like with this. But I'm pretty sure we'd see more losses if we were to continue. Oh my. Okay, I have to know. Can Scout stack with Sniper Shot? There we go. Absolute crapload of damage off her. Or off him there. Couldn't tell you why so many, as far as I'm aware, this is the 4th or 5th game that I know of, at least, that has that kind of ability for their gunners, and to be honest, I still don't know why it exists. Alright, how much damage is this? So 413 plus potentially a 50. Like, I want to see if this has a chance to crit. On top of the fact that that they should technically be healing from this. Oh, they don't heal from it. Okay, so even with the blood axe, they don't heal from it, but still, big damage. Okay, so got a few seconds until the Orson team's back. At any rate. Get some of these skills together here. But yeah, if last run's early game was very clearly defined by most of the stuff coming out of the Paladin, let's say anything Berserk-wise has been really turning stuff around this time. Alright, Venom Serum, whatever that actually gives us. Let's go send another team out real quick. Oh, I actually get some decent experience out of this one. Have you ever heard of a report of a caravan arriving on time? All goods intact with no bad weather, highwaymen, or other trouble along the way? Neither have I. Need a patrol? Okay. Seems like a thing for Boone, Hector, and I guess JC Denton. Why not? Alright, so 11 minutes, or 1 minute for the next one. So we can just fiddle around with the team while that's on its way back. Actually, why would I go here? Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I'd use almost maxed out gunner. So I think whenever he does that, I might. I'm trying to think what would even make sense for him to go at that point, because he needs to stay ranged. So, I mean, I might go ranger or something. Although at that point, the crit rate, bonuses, and things like that are kind of wasted. I don't know, maybe go thief on him. Let's go like crossbow thief. Who else gets crossbows? Not sure. Anywho, let's see, alchemistic here, resistance expert, sure. Now, weird thing. I wonder if sturdy grip works with bows. Like, does this specifically... Yeah, melee two-handed weapon. Dang it. It's combined with a shield with a longbow. If only, if only. Why does no game let you do that? That's fun. Okay, I can think of a few games that technically let you do it. But I have to say, one of the most disappointing moments I've ever had in a game was going through one of the bits of RuneScape there, where they basically teased that whole idea of like, oh man, you know how early game two-handers aren't very good, and you know how early game longbows aren't very good? Well, what if you took a two-hander, shaped down into a longbow, and made a bow sword out of it? Because I guess there was a meme for the longest time that people were asking for gun blades, so they're like, what if we just add in a joke about a bow sword? And so they did, and you make the thing, but you can't even wield it, and then just like one guy uses it in a cutscene and dies, and that's it. It's weird. I wish that they had actually made it, like maybe they just made it suck, but they just added it in anyway. Alright, Mr. Cow, are you still around? Because we need a choice of a character here, because we just got a new guy. So we're going to Animal Specialist. This dude right here. So he's a Wrangler. What kind of portraits we got here? Actually, come to think of it, that kind of has to be Canopus, doesn't it? We've also got Shinobi in here, too. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of went a little bit overboard with how many portraits I added in here. Just slightly. Let's just make a mace. There we go. Seriously, I don't think anyone remembers this run, but I will still keep referencing it constantly. Or we can have Krieger. What level is this guy? 9? Actually saved us a pretty penny on hiring him. Yeah, we could go for Captain Tusk, I guess. You know what? That would actually make a lot of sense for this character. What do you think, Mr. Cow? Are we going with Captain Tusk here? So go put the blame for this terrible idea entirely on your shoulders. What is the class outfit for this guy? Okay, so that is the proper class outfit. We need you to look like a dang pirate. Kinda like the knight from FFT? Alright, fair enough. We can do that. Now he's basically the animal specialist. He is Doge Knight. Let's see here, though. What kind of sweet capes we got? Because this is probably going to be the closest outfit, and generally speaking, anyway. Headwear, we'll make it a no. Hairstyle, where they got impossibly a childish hairdo on a sad-looking adult. This is probably going to be... Actually, here we go. Oh, this one's perfect. Perfect! Question is, I feel like we give him a 5 o'clock shadow anyway. It's like, he's all about his chivalry duties over here, but he hasn't quite had time to shave this morning. It's a skin tone slightly lighter than it was. Then we need to have a white cape. So how do we make white cape happen? We got the black and white look. Why is he smiling all of a sudden? That's unacceptable. These dudes don't smile. You have to be all grim. There we go. Well, I guess we got kind of yellowish on the Brigandine. I mean, personally, every time I think FFT Knights, I think those ones that are always dead in the castles with the red capes. But, It's got the white cape in the picture, though. It's like options for white cape are basically a black uniform, white cape, or slightly yellower version of that. I guess we got a brown knight over here. I mean, if there's one mod I'd love to see, it'd be more palette swaps of just the different looks you can get. Just because you can, like, the thing with the main outfit colors, and I understand that they pick those colors specifically to try and accentuate the details on them and stuff like that. I just wish there were more of them. Dark green? Alright. I assume you mean this one? There we go. We got the kind of Lord of the Rings Ranger looking situation going on. Or do we just call him FFT Knight? Or we just call him Northern Sky. Or we call him Blame Yourself. No, we can't. You can't put in Blame Yourself for God. Dang it. Which, by the way, yeah, recently been going through War of the Lions again. Still can't believe they changed that line. How do you have a line that's so good? And no, you gotta turn it into Shakespeare. Dang it! Whoever wrote that, you had the best line ever. Oh, you know what? No, he's a Wrangler. I know what to do. He's Cheap Knight. Perfect. Alright, so what kind of stuff does he actually come with here? Is it just a starter skill? Or what does he learn? How good... Oh, wow, they come in with a healthy pile of points. Okay, so, first of all, yeah, he has Knight moves, so we'll want Protect. Defensive hit, I don't feel like defensive hits scaled as well this time around. Taunt, very yes. Life Font, very yes. And I feel like no flank matters a ton in this run. Save points for no flank. First off, yeah, Life Font for sure. Blessed one's alright, Revive's alright. We might put Revive on him. Like to have Health Expert. I can also probably do Defense Expert, actually. $32 plus 1.5 times all that. Yeah, that's actually a ton. This is functionally speaking like 2 sets of extra armor at this level, anyway. Yeah, starting to get a much better understanding of all of that this time around. But if we do Evasion plus Defense Expert, plus Wrangling, so what does he have for Wrangler this time? Just Tame? Alright, and then Counter Might down the road. Got quite a bit for Fellblade too. Every step gives a new thing. Ooh, yeah, Chivalry, get out of here. We've got Mirage. Item potency is pretty good. Yeah, item potencies plus Blessed one would probably be pretty dang strong on a Defense Expert. But then again, we could go, let's see, Lord Millington. Fair, yes. We do need a new cow. Your old character, Oh yeah, we got a new guy. See this guy, there we go. Whatever this guy is, this can be Lord Millington. What's his deal? He's a Templar. Yeah, there we go. He's a proper lord. Alright, we need a new look for him. We can go for the Knight of Lotus Giant. Let's see. I mean, whenever we make Krieger, he'll be his own thing. We got 9 Ball over here. We've got the Ogre Battle 64 Paladin, but yeah, just every single one of them, when I scaled it up to the size, it looked super washed out. Alright. I mean, we could go for the Blue Mage here. I mean, if you're talking about somebody with Lord in their name, just tell me the Blue Mage doesn't look friggin' regal as hell. Could have somebody else that's just this Stealth C. What do you think about being a particularly regal pirate there that's also, like, a king and apparently a Templar? I'll take that face as a yes. Okay. Yeah, it's funny. So for FFTA, personally, I always just adored the hell out of the Blue Mage there. Not necessarily because they were particularly strong or whatever else, which they could be, but just the fact that they came in with a unique set and looked like a fancy pirate. Like, in a lot of cases, I just wouldn't even care about the fact that I had almost no abilities for them, because their whole shtick is you specifically had to give them a particular vest to even learn the ability to learn moves, and then had to be hit by the right thing, and then hopefully it rolled a chance to actually learn the thing. So yeah, it was a little bit funky as far as that went. More than a little bit funky, in fact. Do I have anything that's a little bit more fitting here? Yeah, there we go, that one works. And then... Oh, you couldn't do that before! I don't think you can actually give Rainer's coat to people before. Because that's his thing. I don't know if that's a new thing, or what exactly. That might be a New Game Plus thing, or it might just be a new thing altogether. Hard to say. Yeah, there we go, that's looking about right. We'll just leave him with the sweet beard, because why not? Lord Millington the Templar. Alright, so let's see. He's got some alchemistic stuff on him. Master New, Mass Barrier. Already a solid start. Just... Yes. He's already got Mass Shield, Aegis, Barrier, and Renew, so... Very solid there. Protect, Taunt, No Flank. Life Font. Sounds good. So this guy can't even be taken by surprise. This is why I was saying new characters are just going to be stronger than anything we've got laying around, because they come in leveled up and they actually get all this stuff right from the get-go. Heal 1, Revive. Unlocked Wrangler, apparently. Yeah, there's a few points away from learning Rapturous. Do I want him to know that? I don't think Rapturous Chant is as good as it was first time through. Maybe I'll have him be a Fellblade. Or a Ranger, for that matter. Because Attack Expert, maybe Life Font, Ranger type situation. Could work. Because yeah, we've already got plenty of paladins. Not too much of a reason for that. So if they're hit by anything ranged, they counter back with a non-elemental spell there. No Flank can be Life Font. Attack Expert, no weakness, and evasion up. So pretty strong offense-wise. For some reason they're able to use a halberd. And in fact, if they're going to be a melee class ranger, then yeah, they actually can't have no flank. Because quite frankly, no flank is just going to be better than any defensive buff right now. Because I mean, we're talking like 50% reduction in damage across the board. Ah, that is just me and 1 point away from learning Critical Mirage. Critical Quicken. In fact, actually, Critical Quicken might be a little bit better there. Alright, so let's send a few people out on missions, do one more mission, or do one more fight, and then that'll be that for today. Right, Templars have been a bit more motivated than most. Word is, some upstart promising great riches for anyone who will join them. See, there's a group of them in the city right now. Get over there and break up their little party. Okay, how is city a hint? Okay, gadgeteers, I guess? Alright, we'll send gunners, knight, reapers, gadgeteers, sure. All this stuff sounds like, yeah, ranger knight. That doesn't sound at all helpful here. And the scoundrel, sure. Medical harvest. Farmers have been enjoying a bumper crop for a change. As a result of this bounty, they need assistance getting their goods to market without the hungry animal or any other opportunist waylaying them. Okie dokie. There we go. Just send these randos to go deal with it. And how much time we got left on that third one? 13 minutes? I mean, so we'll see that one before the end of it. So there isn't enough time to really attempt the mass fight today. Like I would say, we're in somewhat of an okay position to try the arena here. But there's enough time to go do another one of these. So let me see if there's anything extra I can give to any of the new guys. Alright, gold shield. We've got Wrangler assassin. And that sounds good there. A little bit of extra speed, a little bit of extra stuff there. No need to actually buy this guy anything. Because based on the inventory count, we should have stuff for him. We should have one sharp glove, and then we should have 2 shining bands. So that's, what's it, blindness immunity and 3 extra speed, and a little bit of extra defense. Which doesn't seem like much, but as we've seen so far, it's surprisingly significant. Alright, we've got jumpy shoes, we've got walking shoes here. There was some kind of new crafting thing that we got. Can make some elemental shields, probably get one of those. Can make collars. Probably want the one with the attack bonus here. Although speed plus mind is pretty solid. Attack plus speed, there we go, perfect. In fact, I almost wonder if you can stack a whole bunch of those. Somehow seems doubtful. Alright, craft some movement bonuses there. Let's see if we can do this one. This is the one that got about half the team drowned last time, so let's see how that goes. On little Duke ducks and whatever else. I think we'll need the Anatomist for this one. I'll probably get Jacko out of here. Then we'll bring in Jeep Knight because we need that tame ability. Ranger Alchemist, maybe replace Independent Warlord with him. So things learned from last time, they can move deceptively fast, and they like hanging out in the water. Right, those things. Forgot they're in the water. For a second there, I was thinking, hey, you know what? They actually won't come in here. This will be just fine. They just won't be here. Wrong. Wrong. I don't know if Mirage prevents sabotage, but I suppose we'll find out. So dangerous thing about these guys is if they go in the water and they're within 2 tiles of somebody, they can flip them in and just instantly kill them. So that's not fun. I'd say that's respectable damage. Not mind-blowing, but it's a solid B+. Okay, that was an accident. Or rather, a misclick. Seemed to register 2 attacks there. Okay, sneak attack is fine. Counter slow is fantastic in this case. Don't do the drown move, please. Okay, sneak attack is still fine. Not as fine in that situation. Alright, so I need her out of here. Goody. 17% chance of being tamed. I mean, that's not the worst thing in the world. Doesn't look like he was tamed. Yeah, it doesn't look like he was tamed at all. Well, go for the Berserk. Didn't work. Alright, so I'm just gonna have to take him out before he drowns somebody then. Probably Mr. Millington here. Alright, so playing with the 8s here, I'm gonna have him defend. Just basically set up here, next round have him go for reanimation. Start spawning zombies. Should have this under control. I think. Okay. I think that might be a Dew dead. % of attain, try it anyway. I mean, they keep rolling 2%, so why can't I roll a 5? I just can't get over that it quacks. Interesting. Doesn't tell you how much health they have anymore, which is probably a good thing, because that was pretty, well, it was pretty strong information to have, let's just put it that way. Oh, crap, it's still alive. Alright, that's fine. As long as it's all aggroing towards the zombies, that's fine. Who the hell did we just lose? Oh, we just lost our tamer. Please, nobody finish off Jeep Knight. I want to see this tame thing happen. Oh, come on! Why are they such dicks when they're at low health? Alright. Let's go ahead and get Lord Millington back in the fight here. Actually, no. I'm just going to have him heal. Because basically, this is the most ideal odds that he could potentially have to recover anybody. And I'm curious if we can get one of these. And apparently, even with a spear, wrangling is still just 10. Yeah, it doesn't work. That's a shame. I wanted one of these little stabby nail guys. Friggin' Hellraisers over here. Can't have a Hellraiser, fine. %, crit rate, has not crit once this game. That's fine. Yeah, Yates is about to become a mainstay. His new strategy that I'm seeing become more and more apparent is like kill the first thing that's seen, reanimate from there, and then just kind of keep spamming that more or less. Because then, since they will end up scaling down with so much worse defense, they get targeted a lot of the time. Meaning that you functionally have both a scapegoat, plus you have a way to advance ahead safely. Alright, 5%, do it anyway. Yeah, Yates can heal him up from there. It might just be the red ones that come with the drown move. Just don't randomly kill him off. It's his first day on the job. He's already died twice. If we could maybe chill on that, that'd be great. Let's try to block it with a trap, worst case scenario. There we go. That's fine. Alright, so that's 56. That's 5. Do we get a doot-doot? Aw. Let me get a doot-doot guy, come on. Alright. Screw this frog hunter nonsense. We need our doot-doot. I mean, I'm not seeing anything that's preventing us from just retrying it over and over, so... Alright. That is a 56% that apparently never wants to roll. And if I were to guess, I'd assume 56% is probably the highest it can go to. Yeah, old Tactics Ogre formula was, what was it? I think it's like up until their loyalty threshold, and then it was +1 for everything past that. Oh, 71%, come on. Surely that has to be it. Doot! He does doot! I was just joking, he does doot. You'll help me sing my songs far and wide, okay? Sweet. And we stole his bottled water from him. Neat. As we take a absolute buttload of injuries here. Beautiful. As you do. Alright, successful mission, as you do. We got some experiences and things. And it looks like we got boss fight next time. Alright, we got 8 minutes. I guess that's enough time to fiddle around and just mess with stuff. Let's see. Fearsome threats. Trouble at the falls again. Several people have been killed and the locals are claiming to have seen demons. This is an unusual wandering monster threat. You want overwhelming force this time. I advise leading with your strongest unit. Okay, well, I mean, we're not really doing anything this time, so... Send in the... Wow! 12, no kidding. Well, who is our strongest unit at this point? Because I think they literally might be our strongest character. Oh no. What is this level situation? Yeah, actually, I think that's literally my only gripe with this game so far. It's just sometimes your levels can get really weird if you play it in a way that's completely unintended. So like this! Okay. Okay, first of all, we gotta fix their whole situation. I didn't mean to exit completely out of the menu. Okay, so first order of business, make them a collar. Can I make them a collar? No. Spike shoes? 3 crit, 10 attack, 1 jump. Hell yes, make them. Anything else? No. Okay. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Where are the rest of those spike shoes? Yeah, why on earth do I have you wearing spike shoes, of all people? Alright, who else has spike shoes? Yeah, All the people I have wearing spike shoes do not need spike shoes. Give you a crit thingy, give you... Clarity Band, sure, that works. Yeah, so this is going to become the Doot Pain Train right here. So I want to get him a 5th set, but that's going to put his movement up to 8. with one of the highest attacks on the team. Sure. I mean, he did want to learn to spread his songs far and wide. So we're definitely keeping our word on that one. So first off, we got to change their portrait to something else. Use tier portrait? No, use a custom portrait. I mean, if we're talking about a Doot thing, we gotta have Kangaki here, I think. Gotta have the wooden AC. So I changed a few things as far as portraits and things went here. So for the monster units, I just put whatever came to mind. Including, I put one of the armored cores here, because why not? Alright. So this is going to be the pain train with this ridiculously long thing here. Alright, we need to customize some stuff about this guy. Oh, sweet plates. Hell yes. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. Good. Please tell me I can put treads on my duck. Okay, claws. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. A halo, not so much. Red eyes, arm wraps, a forked tongue. Oh, he has a tongue that shoots lightning. Whirly dust, sure. Shadowy, maybe not so much. Yeah, tier 2 color, it looks fine. Do we want him with wings? No. A nose ring, I mean, how do you even... That just looks hilarious, because he's just putting a nose ring through his trumpet. Oh, somebody had fun programming this. Like, I mean... let's see, red eyes, sure. A vest, yeah, I mean, why wouldn't he wear a vest? I mean, I feel like arm wraps probably go under the metal limbs in this particular case. A mushroom? You can just stick a mushroom on his head? A third eye, yes. See, I mean, beautiful. It's just majestic. It's just plain majestic. I have my new favorite character. Alright. Alright, Sun's strongest unit. They're definitely most strongest, aside from my leader. I guess Mally is pretty strong here. 166, this one has 148, whatever. You're gonna just send the beasts. I mean, they're barely trained and like 90% feral, but hey, they can do the job. We believe in them. All right. Anything we can do in the shop, y'all? Try and buy. We're basically just fiddling around for a few minutes for the last mission thing to come through. I feel like, yeah, glasses are probably a pretty solid choice for him. There we go. Toot the newt flute. This is true. This is true. There's accurate science going on here. And I think once they all come back next time, we're going to start off with a mass battle next time. So 1 minute left. Anything else we want to change here? See if we can get a different portrait for Yellow Boat here. I guess the FFT Archer kind of works for that. Yeah, I can't imagine there's going to be anything more fitting for crack stuntmen. I don't have anybody with proper sunglasses. I mean, we could go for Glowing Eyes Magnus on that one, but I want to use that for a character we'll actually use. Which, by the way, I have Graham in here, too. I just put everybody that came to mind at the time. Okay, I guess Boone has sunglasses, but he's already been used. Yeah, there's not really anything that'll match him exactly. Oh, I don't know why it just came to mind. But, like, so like I said, Kia is actually a character from another thing here, but for some reason the first thing that just came to mind is like, well, it's a whole thing to get all those pictures transferred over. What if I just put a picture of a Kia Rio or something? Which, by the way, good mileage on the car. I actually like those cars, but either way, that's neither here nor there. Let's see, Smelter Blue. Surely there's got to be something better for you. Even though at this point, I just kind of associate that face with Smelter Blue. I mean, he's technically come back from the dead before. So it almost feels fitting to have him use this one instead. Because I think he's actually died like 8 or 9 times, but the guy just somehow reset the death count. I have no idea how that happened, but not gonna question it either. Alright, they should be back now. Yes, they are. It was a success! Okay. Neato. Send him out immediately on another one. Alright, Laxing Walk in the Woods, Old Herbalist, yada yada yada, gives ability points, that gives stuff, that gives other stuff. Actually, wait a minute, what's this first one give? Bring a monster? Yeah, I don't even have any monsters to spare for this particular one. Whatever, just send these ones. Alright, so anyway, that will wrap it up for today then. So, realistically, I don't know when the next opening to actually do anything is going to be. Absolutely no idea what my schedule is going to be for weeks, to be honest. But at this point, if there are any openings, then we'll see if we can get more of these runs done. Over this extra weekend here, I was hoping to hopefully get a little bit of the one-man, one-goal, one-vision run done, but it wound up doing a whole lot of Felseal instead. But either way, that's, again, neither here nor there. So thank you guys for stopping by. Hopefully we'll make a bit more progress on this next time. Hopefully finally beat the big fight here. It's been an interesting run. Definitely wouldn't recommend anybody playing on these settings for their first time or anything, but it's been interesting to see the kind of weird stuff that suddenly becomes way more useful. So anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for stopping by.